Hi, it's Maggie Davis, aka Minnie Minx on YouTube and the Captain. I just wanted to share with you something that I'm working on at the minute. It's Simply Made Crafts by Helen Griffin. Hope you can see that. And it's the large album die set. So they're the metal dies that you get inside it to make this large photograph album. I'm actually working on this one just now for my mum in her memory. I've actually made one for my daughter, but she wanted it done as a journal as opposed to a photograph album. But this one, I will be putting photos of my mum in it once I've finished making it. Anyway, I just wanted to show you really the sort of bones of the book and just a little opinion on it. I've got the mini album one on that same set, and I've got the add-ons, which can be used in the large. But I really like the size of this book. It's 6.5 by 9 inches, and that's around 17 centimetres by 23. If you put your tab tops in the top, which I have at the side here, the height will take it up to just about 9.5. And what I've cut these inserts to is actually 5.5 centimetres by 9. So that's them there, and I've just put on a little tab top. What I've done is, and you could make your own tab tops. So what I've actually done is, I had on one of the dies, there was a tab top, and I've placed them so that they go in a certain way in there, so that you can, and then you can pull them out. I've not actually finished them all, but this is just me showing you. So it's a book, and of course it stands like that. I've put this beautiful paper, is it Sontono or something of London, and it's got some embossed stuff on it, and I just thought I loved that picture on the front, and butterflies and flowers on the back, and I've done like a tab there that you could write on. Now you could have, I've put my tabs at the top, but you could actually put them at the side if you wanted your pictures to pull out. So you just would glue along that and leave that bit open so that your tabs could come out. In this case, this one that I've done will have 8 top loading pockets. So I've used the front one, and I've used the insides obviously and the back. If you glued the front page and glued the back page, then obviously it would only make 6 top loading pockets for pulling out. But on those top loading pockets you could add plenty of pictures and whatever as well. So there's my smile. I've used elasticated, on this one, jewellery wire, and I've just put some beaded charms on, and I've added some insert pages to add more photos on, so it will get bulked out when the pictures are added in. These are the beads I've put on are to do with my mum. So something I still find very difficult, by losing her. But I thought I'll make an album, and I'm going to put some of her pictures in it. My second video will be the one that's complete, that's for my daughter. I'm actually in my kitchen at the minute, so apologies if there's any glares. But anyway, we'll show you a quick look through. I'm trying to see what best way on this to show it. I think it's going to have to just be long ways. So this theme is for flowers and gardening and butterflies and whatever for my mum. So you could have a choice here is, hence it's not finished, but you could just put pictures on there, on the butterfly bit, or you could add a belly band, something like that, and you could slot some other pictures in it. Belly band, simple to use. If you've not got the die, it does it. This was cut from the die, but really all you need to do is a rectangle, score the edges and cut them in, and then stick on a top part if you wanted, so you could write on it. Very simple. And same here with the pocket, although this one was done with, I think, with the die that came with this, you could just cut out a square. This bit at the top, you could use half a circle punch. Cut out a rectangle, measure your page, and then have a couple of score lines at the side, so you would glue the back of that and shove it on, and that could become a pocket that you could actually fit in some photos into that if you wanted. If not, just stick them straight to your paper. So I have made a pocket on this side, and I've added in a few little things. So this one, I think that was a pocket page, and I've rounded the edges, so it could have been a tab top pocket, or I'm trying to see, no, it's smaller than the front. So really I've just cut a bit of card, and I loved the leaves and whatever on the front of that. slotted it in there, and of course pictures could go on the back. So, and I've made a few handmade tags just out of the paper that I was using, and just stapled on a tab top actually, so I could journal here and put pictures on the back on it. So this is just quickly to show you on it. And of course, again, I've done tab tops on each of them. So they're, so far, I've not done them all yet, but I'll take it out and show you. So I've got like that. Could journal, I put a picture on there. I probably won't get that back in now that I'm on camera. But just be careful not to glue too much of your sides down. Oh, it bent in easily. And if you find when you're making yours, just measure your pages. Bear in mind there might be some glue along there. Depends if you've used double-sided tape or if you've used just wet glue. If you cut your card a bit shorter, then that way it's easier to slip in and out. And just bear in mind it will get bulkier down there when you put your pictures or whatever in. So for me, I've just used, although I want to use this really as a journal, I have made a few little bits like that, that's paper on it, you know, just to add either journaling or pictures, and again more tabs on there, nothing too whatever. So I added on the spine, just by poking holes through and adding a bit of either elastic or whatever you want to. I've just cut out some just plain photocopier paper. I've not put a cover on that specific one, but just to give me more space to put pictures, etc. And if you have, you know, let's say you want to make a corner edging or something, you could just make your own, ink the edges, and have tuck spots here and there is what I'm trying to say. And then again, you could make some tags if you wanted. You could put wee pictures on them, put some ribbon on the top or baker's twine, and you could use your tabs actually as tuck spots. You could just glue down one corner inside and tuck something in. For me, a little butterfly on these so it represents my mum. There is a tab top on this one and some beautiful papers there. Hope you can see it. And I've got another tab on this one. It's little insects, so from your garden, etc. And then ferns and leaves on that side in there. And so I had started making this when I got the new dies, when I got the large dies, and I showed my daughter, my eldest daughter, Kim, and she had said to me, oh mum, go and please make me one, but she wants it as a journal, so I will show you that in my next video. So here I've just got fern paper for sticking on, and I've just added, just to show you, there's a belly band here on that one with the dragonflies, hope you can see it, and I've just put some ephemera in there just to bulk it out just now. This one actually could be stuck somewhere else to make a pocket on there, but it's just to give you an idea on it, or use it as pictures. So we've got some really, really bright paper here, but actually I was making a journal out of it, a journal book. So basically I've just cut it to size, used a pamphlet stitch, 3 holes in there, and put my bits of paper through it. I actually used crochet thread here, and on that, and then on the spine of this I put some elastic, so, and slotted it in so the book can actually come out. I'll show you now if you want to quickly see it. I've done 2 books, so a little book like that. It's actually quite big actually, but if you make sure when you're measuring and you're adding in your books to make it smaller than the actual album, or where the holes are on that spine there, if you do that, because if you make it too big you won't be able to fit it in the ends. So lovely little bright book, and you could fit lots of journaling and pictures inside that. So, and very easy to slip in. If it's elastic that you've done it with, I've doubled it up here to give 2 bits in here. It should slot in very easily, just like that. That's one book, and I've also done another one here. Exactly the same. The paper's really nice on this. But flowers, I don't know if I'll put something else in there, but just to create a bit more space. And then we're just back to a pocket on this one. Pocket there, and some pages that will continue on from there. Pocket here with some ephemera, and just white paper in this one to add on lots of pictures, and you'll get a lot of pictures in that. pocket here with a big tab. We've already seen one of these earlier in it, and just some ephemera like that I've cut from the paper, nothing whatever, but you could put a picture on that, and you could journal in wee bits over here and there. And then I've done a tab belly band at the inside back, and that's the back of the journal, which is flowers and butterflies going up and down there. So you can see you will have lots of space for journaling. I do love the picture on the front. My daughter's got a different picture which I love. So as I say, I'm going to make other tab tops to fit in there, and add them to the pages so that it'll be right through, so they will create a little. Just one thing I'm going to say about it, I do love the die, I love the size of the book, etc. But I found, so it's just my opinion, that when you're gluing the pages together, some people might do the whole journal in the same colour. So for example, I've used thick card on the front, but then I've cut out this picture to stick on top. Now I only did the spine and front and back cover in the card, and then I've used thick paper to do these other pages here. But on each of these pages I like the paper like that, and on the opposite side there's a different colour of paper, so I'll take all that ephemera out just to quickly show you this. I found when I glued the two thick cards together like that, at the very edge sometimes they're not even. So bear in mind if you've got that die and you score down, they've got score marks that you fold on, and you cut whatever way you're having the tab top, you're actually taking away part of the score lines. You know, where the score line is, you're cutting away that, so it's just one score line there and one score line going up the top. I find sometimes the papers don't meet exactly how they're supposed to. So it's, I don't know, it's not just me, because I've done the second album and I've tried leaving a little bit on the edge, but I've found that's just a personal opinion. But I do love the dies and I do like the size of the book. So many thanks for watching. Bye.